God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My child, remain here with me and allow your soul to breathe within my presence, for today I am moving what you were not able to move on your own. You became accustomed to fighting with your own strength, but now is the time for me to show you that it is not you who sustains the promise. I am the one who sustains you, and I never fail. Remember what is written, for with God nothing shall be impossible." Luke chapter 1 verse 37, "I saw you when you tried to hide your pain behind smiles, when your heart broke in silence, when you walked wounded on the inside but still said you were fine." You feel ready for a deep transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love, don't you? Sometimes, all it takes is one small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that God has already prepared for you. A simple 1-minute prayer can become the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms your inner world and reflects outwardly. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There, you will find a simple practice, guided with love, to help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. I knew the battle you fought between being strong for the world and not collapsing inside, and that is why I wrapped you in my silence, not to abandon you, but to rebuild you. My child, you were being shaped, prepared, strengthened for what I am about to place in your hands. The door I open now cannot be taken from you, because it was built with your tears, your perseverance, and your faith in the darkest seasons. Receive this time with humility, gratitude, and trust, because what you called delay was actually protection. Walk with me, for I am already ahead of you, preparing the stage of your testimony. Comment, even without understanding, I trust in God's plans. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23 verse 4, "My child, I walked with you in every dark path, in every silent battle, in every night when your soul felt too heavy to go on. When you thought I had left you, that was when I was closest. You did not perceive it, but it was my arms holding you when the ground seemed to disappear beneath your feet. You were not abandoned, you were carried. Every tear you shed was collected with purpose. I turned them into seeds, and seeds always produce a harvest. Now you will reap what you planted with pain, faith, and perseverance. You will reap healing where there were deep wounds, strength where there was fragility, hope where there was silence and uncertainty. I closed doors that would have harmed you, silenced voices that wished for your fall, removed people who could not withstand your next season. Nothing was loss, everything was protection. I led you into the desert not to destroy you, but so that you would know who I am within you, so that your faith would not be built on illusions but on eternal foundation. Now breathe, my child, your harvest is coming. Comment, the love of God is my fortress. Now, my child, the time shifts. A new wind is blowing over your life, a wind of relief, renewal, and alignment. Where there was heaviness, there will now be lightness. The things that once drained you will no longer have the power to stop you. Pain will no longer rule you, the past will no longer hold you, and fear will no longer have a voice. I am placing your life into the rhythm of my purpose. The right people will appear effortlessly, opportunities will flow naturally, paths that once seemed closed will open before you as if they were always meant for you. You will not need to chase, exhaust yourself, or beg. What belongs to you will come, because the preparation has ended and now is the time of manifestation. Nothing will be forced. Nothing will be heavy. Nothing will be confusing. I will give you clear signs, deep peace, and discernment to recognize what is mine and to reject what is not. When it is from me, the heart rests. When it is from me, the soul feels at home. Walk, my child, but walk with me. I have already gone before you. I have already prepared the ground where you will step. Now look, the new has begun. Comment, I trust in God, who sees and cares for my heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it. Psalm 37 verse 5. My child, I am teaching you something your soul has sought for years, rest. You always tried to solve everything by yourself, to carry everything alone. But now I am showing you that when you rest, I work. Your strength has limits, mine does not. Your sight reaches today, mine sees eternity. When you truly trust in me, you will see the impossible become simple. What you could not change with effort, I will change with a breath. Doors that seemed sealed for years will open naturally. What you thought was blocked will be released. Old promises you believed were forgotten will come to life before your eyes. But this will happen not through control, but through surrender. Stay near me. Listen to my voice above all others. Walk in the light. I will guide you step by step, without rush, without fear, without confusion. The promise is not a possibility, it is a destiny. And I am leading you to it. Comment, the light of God shines brightest in the darkest moments. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. My child, I know there were seasons in your life when you felt small, unseen, overlooked, and forgotten. Deep inside, there was a silent cry for belonging, value, and love. But I tell you today, you were never invisible. You were protected. There were people who could not see your worth because I hid your essence from those who were not prepared to handle it. I separated you so that your anointing would not be polluted or prematurely exposed. Many could not understand you because your identity was not meant to be explained. It was meant to be revealed through time, growth, and divine unveiling. Now, the unveiling has begun. What was being built in silence is about to be seen. You will be lifted up, not for your own glory, but so that my love may be displayed through you. And when others ask how you rose, how you overcame, how you transformed, your answer will be simple and pure: it was God. And I will smile, because that was always the plan. When you were at your weakest, that was when I was shaping your strength. When you felt broken, I was rebuilding you with a foundation stronger than before. When you felt directionless, I was guiding your steps to align with my perfect path. When you felt empty, I was preparing your heart to receive what is new, sacred, and destined. You were trained by the weight of experiences that others will never fully understand, but now you carry a depth that cannot be imitated, purchased, or copied. The strength within you now is not loud, it is steady. It is not prideful, it is grounded. It is not forceful, it is peaceful. The authority you carry will not need to prove itself, it will simply be recognized. This depth will open doors that remained closed to many. Where others knocked, you will access. Where others saw walls, you will see passage. Now, my child, I call you to rise. Not with haste, not with desperation, not with anxiety, but with awareness. Everything you walked through prepared you for this exact moment. You are not behind. You never were. The waiting was not a delay, it was formation. What you learned in stillness, in silence, in sorrow, has shaped the strength you now carry. Walk forward with courage, knowing you do not walk alone. I go before you to clear the path. My hand rests upon your head. My breath strengthens your voice. My light illuminates your way. Do not return to old versions of yourself. Do not return to wounds that I have healed. Do not return to environments that once limited you. You are renewed. You are restored. You are called. The good work I began in you will not be left unfinished. I am a God of completion, fulfillment, and divine timing. I do not abandon my promises, and I do not abandon my children. Everything I showed you, I will bring to reality. Every word I gave you is a seed that will bear fruit. You will not live a story that ends halfway. You will not be an interrupted testimony. You will be the living evidence that I guide, I prepare, I restore, and I elevate those who trust in me. Let this truth settle deep inside you. Your turning point has arrived. Not someday. Not eventually. Now. So breathe, my child. Feel this moment. Receive what is being poured into your spirit. As your eyes move across these words, something within you is being awakened, not imagined, not hoped for, but awakened. A weight is being lifted. A peace is returning. A certainty is rising. You are being aligned, spiritually, emotionally, and in purpose. This is the moment everything begins to shift. Not because it will happen, but because it already is happening. I am with you. I sustain you. I have chosen you, prepared you, and now I send you forward. Rise. Walk. Shine. My beloved child, listen closely, for this message is woven from everything you have lived, endured, carried, and protected in silence. There were times when you felt invisible, forgotten, or left behind, but heaven was not silent, and you were never abandoned. When you found yourself in the quiet of your own thoughts, when you faced battles no one else knew you were fighting, your spirit continued to believe. Even when your voice trembled, your faith did not break. And that was seen. That was heard. The cries you released in the night were not lost. They reached the throne. They became the fragrance of endurance, the sound of a warrior who refused to surrender. What looked like stillness was a story being written. What looked like delay was preparation. What felt like emptiness was the ground being cleared for something mighty. Now comes the unfolding. And you, the one who stayed when others walked away, the one who believed when no one clapped, the one who kept loving when your heart was tired, you will see what others could not. Not because you deserved it more, but because you remained standing when everything tried to make you kneel. There are moments in your journey that felt like deep silence, where you could not hear the direction or see the path. The world told you that nothing was changing, that the stillness meant abandonment. But the silence was where heaven worked the most. You did not realize that your tears watered seeds. You did not know that your waiting was not empty time, but sacred formation. Every delayed answer taught your soul how to hold blessing without losing yourself. Every closed door protected you from stepping into rooms that were not designed to honor you. Every unanswered question strengthened your ability to trust even without clarity. You were being prepared for recognition that would not break your humility, for provision that would not corrupt your heart, and for purpose that would not be built on ego, but on truth. This is why nothing was wasted. What you carried, what you endured, what you survived, all of it was shaping you into the vessel that can now receive what is coming without fear, without pride, without losing the purity of your calling. There are 3 doors before you now, 3 phases that will unfold in ways that will not require force, manipulation, or struggle. The first is the door of recognition. You walked through seasons where you worked harder than anyone, yet applause was never given to you. You helped build kingdoms that did not carry your name. You poured into lives that did not return gratitude. And still, you remained kind. Still, you continued to pour. Still, your heart stayed soft. You did not become bitter. That alone placed a crown on your spirit. Now, the time comes where what was unseen will be honored. The light inside you that once seemed invisible will become impossible to ignore. People who dismissed you will remember you. Doors that once rejected you will open without hesitation. Not because you demanded it, but because your faith created a glow that cannot be denied. This recognition is not fame, it is the unveiling of who you have always been. The second door is the door of provision. You know what it is to stretch what is small. You know what it is to have just enough. You know what it is to give even when you yourself were lacking. Those moments did not break you. They refined you. Your heart became humble, grateful, resilient. Now, you will see overflow, not just for yourself, but so you may bless others without fear of lack. Resources will come from unexpected places. Opportunities will arise that you did not chase. Conversations will lead to breakthroughs you did not predict. What once felt impossible will become natural. Your hands will no longer shake with worry when you give. You will give freely because you will know deeply that you live under divine supply. This is the season where you will not fear running out. You will learn how abundance flows not through force, but through alignment with your purpose. And then, the third door, the most sacred, the door of purpose. This is where destiny speaks. This is where everything starts to make sense. All the confusion, all the struggle, all the delays, all the storms, they converge into clarity. Your steps will align. Your voice will strengthen. Your calling will no longer feel distant or unclear. The things that once felt too big for you will now feel like they were always yours. This purpose is not something you chase, it unfolds naturally when you walk in peace. Peace will be your sign. Not excitement, not urgency, not pressure, peace. Anything that pushes you into fear is not meant for you. Anything that makes your spirit tighten is not from above. But the path that challenges you while still bringing deep calm, that is the one where your destiny lives. You will not need to compete for it. You will not need to prove yourself for it. It is yours by birthright. My child, heaven has seen the prayers you whispered when the world slept. Heaven saw the moments you gave when you had little. Heaven saw the times you forgave without being apologized to. Every act of love, every moment of faith, every quiet sacrifice, they were recorded in eternity. None were ignored. None were forgotten. You are not unnoticed. You are cherished. You are known. You are held in a love that does not fail or turn away. And now, the harvest is near. The seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in joy. Before this month ends, you will see a shift, something undeniable, something transformative, something that makes you whisper, "This was God." Prepare your heart. Prepare your mind. Prepare your spirit. You are stepping into a season where your name will carry grace, where your presence will bring peace, where your words will hold weight. What is coming is not just for you. It will touch your family, restore places that were breaking, heal hearts that were hurting, and awaken dreams that were sleeping. Your story is about to radiate with purpose. You will not return to who you once were. You are rising. You are being lifted. And heaven is not just watching, it is moving on your behalf. The time has come. The doors are ready. And you are finally ready to walk through them. Listen to me with the kind of stillness that your soul has been longing for, because what I am about to speak to you now is not simply comfort, nor merely reassurance, it is a declaration of destiny unfolding. For a long time, you carried dreams that felt too big for your hands, too heavy for your heart, and too distant for your faith. You held them quietly, guarded them from the doubts of others, protected them from the storms that tried to drown them, and nurtured them even when circumstances insisted that hope was foolish. What you dreamed in secret, I saw. Every whispered prayer in the darkness, I heard. Every time you questioned whether you were chosen, I was the one answering within your spirit even when your mind could not understand. The silence you endured was not abandonment, it was preparation. I was shaping you in hidden places where applause could not reach, opinions could not distort, and pride could not poison what I was building. I kept you unseen because what I was forming inside you was not ordinary. I was teaching you to grow deep roots so that when you bloom, your growth cannot be uprooted. Do not fear the fact that others did not notice your becoming, only heaven was meant to witness the earliest stages of your rising. The time is now approaching when what was once concealed will stand in the open, and the world will not be able to deny that my hand has been upon you. Your breakthrough will not be because of influence, nor reputation, nor strategy, it will be because of divine appointment. And when it happens, you will know it was I who lifted you, because no human reasoning will be able to explain it. Your journey was not easy, and I did not ask you to pretend that it was. You have cried in silence, felt the sting of being overlooked, and walked through seasons where it felt as though everything inside you was breaking. Yet even in the moments when you felt abandoned, I was closer than your breath. I was the steady presence when everything else shifted. I held you when your heart did not know how to hold itself together. I guarded your spirit when life tried to drown your hope. Every tear that fell, I collected. Not one was wasted, not one was unnoticed. You were not invisible. You were chosen for a path that others were not designed to walk. You were refined through fire so that your faith would not be fragile. There were people who walked away because they were not meant to stand beside the version of you that I am bringing forth now. There were opportunities that closed because they would have taken you out of alignment with what I have prepared. Do not mourn what was lost. Nothing that was taken from you had the ability to carry you into where I am leading you. I allowed certain seasons to break you not to destroy you, but to reveal the strength that pain awakens. I allowed silence to surround you so you could learn to recognize my voice in the stillness. I allowed loneliness to visit you so you could understand that companionship from me satisfies deeper than any earthly presence. And as you waited, I was building resilience, purity of intention, and clarity of purpose within you. What felt like delay was development. What felt like waiting was equipping. What felt like ending was beginning. Now the time has come when the walls that once resisted you will open at your approach. Not through striving, nor through pleading, nor through proving yourself, you will simply walk into what has already been prepared. Your presence will carry a weight that cannot be ignored, because it is not rooted in ego but in calling. You will enter places where once your voice was dismissed, and you will be listened to with attention and honor. I am restoring the value of what I placed inside you. I am returning dignity to your name, confidence to your step, and purpose to your breath. Those who once overlooked you will watch in silence because they will understand something sacred is unfolding, something that cannot be credited to human help or human permission. They will not be able to deny the shift. The very atmosphere will change when you walk into rooms, not because of your presence alone, but because my Spirit is upon you. What I am doing with your life will not require you to shout to be heard nor fight to be seen. You will be recognized by the weight of what you carry. You will not chase validation, validation will come to you. You will not beg for acceptance, acceptance will find you. You will not fight for your place has already been made ready. What once resisted you will surrender. What once ignored you will seek you. What once rejected you will now extend invitation. For too long, you believed that your value depended on how others perceived you. But I am showing you now that your worth was established in my design long before anyone ever had an opinion about you. I am teaching you to stand without requiring applause, to move without requiring permission, and to trust without requiring evidence. Because the future I am leading you into does not depend on external affirmation, it depends on internal alignment with what I have spoken. And I have spoken elevation. I have spoken restoration. I have spoken return. You will walk into opportunities that feel too perfectly timed to be coincidence. You will encounter favor that appears without explanation. You will be remembered by people who had once forgotten you. I am bringing your name into conversations of influence where your presence is not yet seen. I am stirring awareness in the hearts of those who hold access to doors you thought were permanently closed. This is not luck. This is not chance. This is divine orchestration. I am sending whispers into the hearts of individuals who are positioned to bless you, to support you, to uplift you. You will be contacted, not because you asked, but because heaven arranged it. You are not stepping into a season of possibility, you are stepping into a season of fulfillment. Your past does not disqualify you, it prepares you. The pain you endured did not break you, it equipped you. The waiting you suffered was not wasted, it was planting. You were like a seed, buried, unseen, underestimated. But being buried and being planted may look the same on the outside, yet one leads to death, and the other leads to flourishing. You were planted. Growth was happening in darkness where no one could see. Deep roots were forming where no applause could reach. And now, what grew beneath the surface will break forth into the open. You will not rise small. You will not rise quietly. You will rise with evidence of transformation. Those who witness your rising will not understand how you endured what you endured and still carry grace. They will not comprehend how you survived what should have broken you. But they will know that something greater than human strength sustained you. The testimony will not just be in what you say, but in who you have become. So remain steady. Do not rush, do not fear, do not doubt. The unfolding has already begun. What is meant for you will meet you. What has your name on it cannot be given to another. I am restoring time that was lost, and I am accelerating what was delayed. Your story is about to turn into a source of hope for those who are on the edge of giving up. Your life will become proof that I still lift the lowly, I still heal the broken, I still reverse the impossible. You will not just receive blessing, you will become a vessel that carries blessing to others. What once felt like the ending of your story will reveal itself as the beginning of the chapter you were created for. And when others ask, "How did this happen?" your answer will be simple and true: it was God. Not effort. Not chance. Not favor from people. It was God, the one who saw you when no one looked, who chose you when no one believed, who lifted you when you had no strength to stand. This is your becoming. This is your rising. And it will be beautiful. There were dreams that you placed aside because you convinced yourself that others were more deserving, more capable, or more prepared. There were plans you abandoned because you assumed the time had already passed. There were gifts within you that you hid because you believed no one would care, or that your voice would not matter. But I saw every seed that you planted, even the ones watered with tears. I saw the nights you wrestled with doubt and the mornings you rose anyway, even when your strength felt too small. Now, I am reviving what once seemed lost, not to return you to who you once were, but to reveal who you have quietly become. This time, I am not just giving you vision, I am giving you capacity. I am sending resources, support, aligned connections, open doors, and places that are prepared for your arrival. The atmosphere around you is already shifting. The weight that held you down is breaking. You will feel the change first within you, how your heart breathes lighter, how hope sits more naturally inside your chest, how confidence rises not from pride but from clarity. Do not think this is a coincidence. Heaven has studied your endurance. I have measured your heart and I know the timing is now right. You are stepping into what used to overwhelm you, not as the version of yourself who once struggled, but as the one who has been refined by every silent battle no one else saw. You walked through seasons where I seemed silent, yet I was the closest I had ever been. Those moments where it felt like the world forgot your name were not abandonment, they were protection. I was not withholding opportunities from you, I was shaping the character necessary to sustain them. If I had given you too much too early, it would have been taken from your hands by fear, insecurity, or the approval of others. But now your roots are deep. Your identity is not built on applause. Your value is not dependent on being accepted. You no longer need to be understood to be at peace. That is why the blessing that approaches you now will not be fleeting or unstable. It will not be a season that comes and goes, it will be a foundation. And beyond success, beyond recognition, beyond what others might admire about your journey, I am releasing purpose. You are not rising merely to shine, you are rising to guide others out of darkness. You will become a shelter for the weary, a source of encouragement for the discouraged, a reminder of hope for those who have forgotten how to believe. The transformation occurring in you is not just for you. It will flow from you. Where others once walked past your presence without noticing, now they will stop and feel that something in you carries peace they cannot explain. Your life will not speak of luck or chance, it will speak of divine intention. What I am placing upon you now is not just favor, it is calling. And calling does not fade. There will be moments when people from your past return, not because you chased them, but because they see something has shifted in you. Some will approach quietly, unsure how to speak to you now because the version of you they once knew is no longer the one who stands here. Do not worry about explaining. You will not need to convince anyone of what I have done. The radiance of your spirit, the clarity in your eyes, the steadiness in your walk, these will speak for you. They will see what I can do with the one who was underestimated, overlooked, misunderstood, and left alone. They will recognize that what has changed in you is not simply maturity, but anointing. For when I place my hand upon someone, no opinion can deny it. The doors that remained closed before will open not because of effort, but because my decree unlocks them. The very spaces that once rejected you will now prepare to receive you. The winds that once pushed against you will now carry you forward. And when everything begins to align in your favor, remember that this is not a human achievement, it is divine orchestration. You did not arrive here by strategy, you arrived here by surrender. When I speak, creation rearranges itself. When I decide, no one can reverse it. Your home will also feel the shift. Peace will enter where chaos once lived. Understanding will grow where conflict once left wounds. Provision will flow where lack once seemed endless. I am not only transforming your path, I am restoring your surroundings. Relationships that broke unfairly will receive clarity, healing, and what was lost will be returned in ways more beautiful than before. Family members who doubted your purpose will soon witness it unfolding in undeniable ways. Not through arguments or explanations, but through the change they see in your posture, your patience, your strength, your light. Your transformation will speak louder than any defense you could ever give. The heaviness that once accompanied your steps will fade. The chains that once pulled you backward will loosen and fall. What once drained you will no longer have access to your spirit. I am bringing renewal, not temporary relief, but lasting restoration. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.